after I promised to make a desktop environment series if my Cosmic video hit 100 likes. The video hit my goal in 2 days. So, as the second video in the series, I'm reviewing my second favourite desktop environment, Budgie. Budgie is an X11 based desktop environment developed by the Buddies of Budgie group. It was first released in 2014 as the default desktop for Solus Linux, then known as Evolve OS. It was then released for multiple other distros. Budgie has a distinct look that can be easily recognized at a glance. However, it can be customized to your liking through simple config options. Like Cosmic, almost everything you need for configuration can be found in the Budgie Settings app. It uses GNOME components to create a more traditional desktop feel while still being accessible and lightweight. Budgie is built in C and Vala, an object-oriented programming language designed by GNOME on top of pre-existing GNOME components, allowing the developers to focus on the desktop's look and feel, rather than its underlying components. I find it to be a responsive desktop that feels similar but distinct from GNOME. It has a notification center which is helpful for checking any system notifications, as well as a built-in screenshot app. It doesn't have window tiling, but it still has easy window controls and access to widgets which add an extra layer of functionality to the desktop. All of this is done through Raven, an all-in-one control center that tucks itself away when not in use. When it is in use, it appears as a sidebar, and its applet can be configured through the Desktop Settings app. It serves a similar purpose to system monitors like Conky, meaning that although you don't have to install extra packages to be able to have a GUI system monitor. Something to note is that although you can keep the sidebar open, windows go under it rather than over it like most system monitors. Many distributions have an official package for Budgie, but it can still be built from source or installed from a community ISO. It's built on X11, which is a very well-known Linux compositor with a lot of support from the community and applications. Although I prefer Wayland, I do use an AMD chipset, and I understand that using X11 reduces the risks of NVIDIA issues, which makes it more desirable for those with NVIDIA GPUs. One thing to consider though is the Budgie roadmap. In it, it states that although currently Budgie uses X11, the plan is to drop it in favour of Wayland for Budgie 11. This does pose a threat to those with NVIDIA cards, since it places them in a state of limbo, where currently their desktop should fully support them, but in the future it could have pretty major problems. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a request for a certain desktop environment for my next review, leave it in the comments. And if you enjoyed, leave a like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video in this series.